to me now, put it in my pocket.
But so what we're doing is we're going to focus on the Power Squeeze page, and I'll show you what they all look like. This is an example of one of my branding sites. This is one of my branding sites that I use, and over here, you know, like, cause we're going to talk about lead generations. You guys are going to have. I mean, before you walk out of here, I guarantee you, you're going to have subscribers. If it's by Sunday or by Monday, you're going to have people that are interested in what you have to offer before you leave here. But let me say something about this. If you have a branding site, and this is one of mine, if you have a branding site, yeah, you can throw up a little opt-in box and put it on there. But only 1% of all my subscribers come from here. Only 1%. Now, even down here, too, you can say, well, you know, I even sell for my site. Down here, I do have a place that says products. I only get 1% of all my buyers that come from a site like this, because there's all these different things for people to click on. I'll show you on the next one. That's branding me as an individual. This one right here is branding one of my companies. It has a about us, frequently asked questions. It has all this stuff for people to go. They do have a place for people to subscribe. Only 1% of all their subscribers come from here. The reason I know that is because the autoresponder that we're using, that you guys are going to get, that I use, allows me to track where things are coming from. So I know, I go through and say, oh, and I can figure it out. Only 1% of the people come from here. And people can get different things from us, and people can buy from here. But here's the thing: only 1% of all our buyers come from here. That's an example of branding site. Now the reason for that is because, have you ever heard the saying, "A confused mind never buys"? Well, a confused mind, if they come in with one action, whether it's to buy or whether it's to subscribe or to do something, but if they come in and see all these different options, and they click, well, I came here to do this, but oh, wow, he's got some, I want to find out more about him. Click here, and now all of a sudden they forgot why they originally came in the first place. So you're going to lose them, because the attention span on the internet's like that. You know, you're going to lose people real quickly. So I'll show you. You want to have a site that's specifically designed for each outcome and each purpose. The purpose, and everything that I do has a purpose. The purpose of this site is to brand my company. The purpose of this site is to brand my business. The purpose of this site is to brand my company. The purpose of this site is to sell one of our products. This is a sales letter specifically designed to sell a product, or a service online. Now, it does have clicks. People to click here. They can click here, and then click over here. But if people click on these, they only scroll down the page. They never leave it. I do not allow anybody to leave the page unless they decide to not buy. I want you to either buy or leave. That's it. Only two options you got. And if you do leave, I'm going to still try to get in front of you. But this one's instantexpertsystem.com. Instantexpertsystem.com. Sorry, my northerner accent or northern thing comes in. Instantexpertsystem.com. Say it again. On that one, I don't know that one because I don't have it in my head. We actually kind of phase that out. I can't remember. We have another one that's just like that we just started actually on the product creation CDs that you saw. We are getting a 20% conversion on our thing. Josh is back there. We are like jaw dropping about that. 20% conversion rate, which is extremely well on the new one we have. We phased that out. Actually, that one right there was something I did with Mike Stewart, the internet audio guy. Him and I had a workshop that we did together, and that was a CD that we had pre that, and we just kind of phased it out. We still have them coming through, but I don't track it as much because it's not any use anymore. This right here, this is one of my squeeze pages. And the purpose of this is to powerfully squeeze people's information from them. They put in their first name, they put in their primary email address, and they click the button. Now, I get about 99% of all my subscribers come through here. Now, they come through here. I mean, because the purpose and the outcome of this site is to capture people's information. And the purpose is to capture people's information. And I'll show you. I mean, the top of the thing has a headline. It has headline, and then pretty much goes into it. Has a first paragraph, and then it goes into bullets, and then you see it. You could. So those are the three different sites, just to give you an idea. The three different sites I use: a branding site. Here's a sales letter site. Here is the Power Squeeze site. Now, the interesting thing is, most time when I was doing one-on-one coaching, I don't do it anymore. I don't do any one-on-one over the phone anymore, but I used to, it was like 2 years ago, I think it was. But when I did do the one-on-one coaching, I would run into this problem. And most of the time people would say, my graphic designer, my web designer says I need to have a site that looks like this or the other one, a branding site. And I'm like, okay, what do you need one of those for? And they would say, well, because that's what everybody else has, and that's why I want to have one. It's like, well, okay, here, do me a favor. Let's get on the phone with your graphic designer. Let's get on the phone with your web designer. You got their number? Yeah. Dial the number, let three-way me in. Let's talk to them. I want to get on the phone with them. Here's my question I'd ask them. Yes, Mr. Graphic Designer, Web Designer, could you please tell me, I'm working with her right now, and I was wondering if you can send me an email or maybe give me a list of a couple people that you've worked with sites you've built that have done over $50,000 a year. If you could, just please email me here or just tell me right now on the phone if you just know them offhand. And they're like, okay, 9 times out of 10, nobody ever got back to me. 9 times out of 10, they never even showed me a site that could ever do it. Actually, it was 10 times out of 10, but I'm saying 9 times out of 10 for that one person in the room that says, I got somebody that'll do it. So I haven't had anybody yet. And the reason I wanted that question is just to prove a point. Because I always tell everybody the only site when I started, and actually the only site that I really even care about of all the sites is having a squeeze page. That site right there, last year alone, we did $1.6 million from because of the people we captured from it. Because the key to the whole big game of business is the fortunes and the follow-up. The more people you have that are interested in what you have to offer, the more your bank account's going to grow. And the cool thing is what's going to happen is as your list grows, your bank account grows, but then there's also going to come a point when your bank account's going to outgrow your list growth. And the reason for that is because relationships are being built. Because people are going to finally, you're going to kind of break down, they're going to kind of learn, they're going to know, and they're going to build relationships. And while those relationships are happening, you're going to see a higher growth in the things that are going on.
Do you want money? Yes, I want the